Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So in our last video we spoke about corn farming and the cost analysis related to it and the expected revenue you ought to have when you practice corn farming. Remember here we are talking about finance in farming. So with 2 grains of corn, you could produce 2 cups of corn, and remember how that bountiful harvest could be. Also, we talk on the means you could export this corn and the expected revenue. So everything related to it. Not only that, we spoke about groundnuts farming and the profitability in it, the duration, the methods of farming. So if you haven't watched it, this is the moment you might want to subscribe and go to the part 1 of this video. So in the part 2 of this video, we talk about cassava farming. Everything you need to know from the cost analysis. Remember, we always start with cost analysis: the cost of land, the cost of seeds, and lastly, we have the expected revenue. In everything, we calculate the cost and the forecasted revenue. If you are new to my channel, note this. So the cost of field, an acre here is about $25 for leasing, and if you are purchasing the land, an acre will cost you about $60. Plowing is completely optional based on your costs. If you don't have relative costs, you don't have enough money, I will not advise you to go for plowing. So going for the second cost of seeds, 1,000 stems cost just $20, and 1,000 stems can plant an hectare of farm. So the expected yield is about 5 tons to 15 tons. Just imagine. So note this: don't throw away your cassava stems when you're planting or when you've harvested. Cut stems in 30 centimeters before planting. 30 centimeters. Not too long. Method of planting depends on your field. This is just a method. In our next video, you're going to see I just discovered a new method of planting cassava that you don't want to miss. We've analyzed the fertilizer costs. Note that a bag of fertilizer costs at least $25. And if you want recommendation, please comment below. It increases yields per hectare of about 2 to 5 tons. And it's not necessary for new farms. That farms that are stayed for a long duration without usage does not require any application of fertilizers. The expected revenue. So now an acre produces at least 10 tons, producing, which is 10,000 kilograms, and a kilogram costs about $8, producing a turnover of $80,000. And 1 kilogram of cassava product costs about $12. So if you're producing your own cassava product, note that the expected value is going to increase about 50%. So with cassava, the production is quite high, very, very high. And we can produce things like fufu, gari, cassava flour and bread. Why not starch, cassava chips, and much more? So if you're going in for cassava, either the cassava itself or the product, you are sure to make profits. So secondly, we'll dive into Egusi melon farming. Have you ever considered Egusi farming based on its cost and everything? Let's look at the financial analysis of Egusi farming. The expected expenditures, as we always go, and likely the expected revenue. In every cost, there must be benefits. So the sources of profits. Egusi is known for its delicacies and good aromas to produce soups, which are eaten in countries like Nigeria, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, and much more. It depends on you. So some people burn their field, which implies zero cost. You do not need to apply herbicide to it. So burning of the farm, just look at the end products of burning your farm. You don't need to apply herbicide, and with this, most of this farm do not even require plowing. So once your farm is this neat, this good, is already good enough to start farming. Also, choosing a herbicide will cost you at least $10,000 per acre. If you could spare such amount, then it's good also to do. So remember, do what works for you. If you still want to go for plowing, you're free to. But it is plowing is not necessary, it's not needed, it's not required. But if you still want to for your farm to come out like this after your planting, it is still good. I will still recommend. So the cost of seed here, a kilogram costs about $15, and an acre will take you at least 4 kilograms. So a cost per hectare might go right up to $60. It is highly expensive when planting, and the expected revenue is $100 and above. As expensive is the seed, likewise the harvesting, it is highly expensive. So these were what we had for you today. Stay tuned as I'll be coming with cabbage and Irish potatoes in our next video. You don't want to miss. Click on that subscribe button. You don't want to miss our next video.